Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a cooking video because some of my Mexican subscribers have been asking me to make a video where I cook Indian food on daily basis. But to be frank, I'm a little lazy or I would say I don't really get time to record while I'm cooking because usually I cook in a hurry while I'm going to work. But last weekend we had some guests and I thought I will record everything that I cooked that day. But unfortunately, after cooking everything, while I presented the food on the table, I forgot to record that part. But I have all the recipes recorded. So I hope this video would be useful to you because I tried cooking with things that we get here in Mexico. So in case you plan to make something for the weekend or if you plan to make some Indian food, you can try these recipes. Alright, so without wasting any time, let's get into the video. On that day, I made 4 curries, 2 chicken dishes and 2 veg dishes. So this is chicken fry that I'm making first. So in little oil in a pan, I'm frying dry masalas. Whatever dry masalas you have like the cinnamon stick, cloves, cardamom, the star anise. And I'm also frying 1.5 white onions. I took more onions because the quantity that I'm going to make is more. But if you're making like a half kg chicken, then you just need half an onion. Alright, so for chicken fry, I usually take chicken with bones. And another chicken dish that I'm making is butter chicken. So for butter chicken, I take boneless chicken. So both the kind of chicken I have marinated the previous night. This is for the butter chicken. For this, I marinated with turmeric, salt, red chili powder, and little bit of garam masala, and also little curd and of course ginger garlic paste. So I mixed everything and marinated it in the fridge. And for the chicken fry, I put a little extra yogurt in this. So the same masalas like for example turmeric, salt, coriander powder, garam masala powder and chili powder and yogurt. For the butter chicken, I don't put coriander powder. That's the only difference. So both of them I have marinated and I had kept it in the fridge. So once the onions turn little golden brown, you have to put the ginger garlic paste. I will also show you how I make ginger garlic paste at home. And I'm also adding some masalas here like the turmeric powder, red chili powder and the coriander powder. And then I immediately add the chicken with bones as this is for the chicken fry. And then you leave it open. You just fry it with the open pan. Don't close it till you see that the chicken is changing color. Fry on all the sides. When you see that the chicken is slowly changing the color, that is when you have to cover it so it cooks nicely. So I cook the chicken like this. Basically, I fry the chicken like that and then I cover it. As you can see, I covered it nicely. So when you cover it, the water starts releasing from the chicken and the onions. When you see that the chicken has become very dry, add some water and then cover it and let it cook for some time. And if you think that the gravy is not enough, add some nicely cut tomatoes. I cut the tomatoes in the chopper and then I also added some chili powder because I felt the masalas was less. See, for the Indian chicken, we usually prefer it nice dark brown in color. So that is one indication that your chicken doesn't have enough masalas. So I added some more coriander powder, garam masala powder and red chili powder. And you can also check your salt at this point and keep frying till you think that the chicken is cooked. So when you cover it and add some water and cook it, it would be cooked like it might take some 20 minutes to cook completely. And then cover it and let the water evaporate. And here I am frying chicken for the butter chicken. So you can see that they are all boneless chicken and I'm frying them in little oil. You don't need much oil, you just need to shallow fry them on all the sides. So when you see that it has changed color, just remove it from the pan. One of my very close friend, a Mexican friend, she told me that whenever she cooks butter chicken at home, it doesn't give her the taste that we Indians make. So I hope this video would be useful for her too. So this is how we make butter chicken at home, and it's always a hit. So I'm sure this would be helpful for all the Mexicans who are trying to cook butter chicken at home. So this is my second batch of chicken that I'm frying. Since I'm making in large quantity, I need to make it into batches. But in case you're just making for your family, you don't need to fry so many pieces. After frying all the chicken completely, you can use the same pan. That's one good thing about butter chicken, that it's a one pot dish. So here I'm frying some onions. You don't have to cut the onions finely, because anyways we're going to blend them. Here on the other side I have ginger. I've peeled ginger and I've cut them into small pieces, and I have garlic also. As you can see, the count of ginger is less than garlic. Garlic should be more than ginger. Okay, so that's how you make ginger garlic paste. Now I'm going to make a smooth paste with some turmeric and little salt, and I'll show you how it's going to be. Okay, I'm going to put everything in the mixie now. Adding some salt and turmeric. You can add little water, because otherwise it won't come out smooth. After making a fine paste, I usually store them in a glass jar and keep it in the fridge, and it stays good for 1 month. Once the onions for the butter chicken change color, now add a ginger garlic paste. Since I was running out of it, that's why I made some ginger garlic paste. So you can add like 1 or 1.5 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste, and add some tomatoes too. I also add cashew nuts. Here the quantity is more for everything, because I'm making in a large quantity, but otherwise you could just use half onions and 1 tomato, and maybe like half a fist of cashew nuts, and then make it into a fine paste. And in the same pan add some butter and add some chili powder for the color. If you have Kashmiri chili powder or paprika which gives color, you can add that, and then add the ground masala, the onion, tomato and cashew nut paste, and add water to see the consistency, because you don't want it very thick. Also check for the salt, and then add the chicken. Add kasuri methi. Kasuri methi is basically dry fenugreek seeds, and add some cream. I use the lala cream that we get here, and mix it well, and your butter chicken is ready. You can add more butter at the end. And these vegetables are for the veg kurma. I took some beans, carrots and potatoes, and then I'm chopping onions and green chili in this chopper. This chopper is very useful for me, because it cuts the onions into very fine pieces. And then in a pan I'm adding all the dry masalas like the cinnamon stick, cardamom and cloves, and then I added those onions and green chili into it. Fry it with little salt. This helps to fry the onions very fast, and then add ginger garlic paste once you see that the onions have changed color, and add the masalas like the chili powder, turmeric, coriander powder, and mix it well, and immediately add the vegetables and fry it for some time. Now add some water and let the vegetables cook. You can cover it and cook it till you see that the potatoes have become soft. Here I also added some frozen peas that we get here. Close it and let it cook. Now in a small mixie, I'm adding some coconut and cashew nuts. This is the paste that I'm going to add in the veg kurma. And once the vegetables are cooked, add this paste into it and mix it properly and let it simmer in a very low flame for at least 15 minutes. This helps all the masalas to get into the vegetables. Check the consistency, you can add water, and at the end add some garam masala and also cream. Again, I'm using the lala cream in this, and that's it. Usually for when we have guests at home, I make it a little rich. Otherwise, I sometimes don't add the cream. Next, I'm making kadai paneer. For this, I'm roasting some masalas. I've mentioned the names and the quantity over there. We need to make a fine powder out of this. We might not use the whole powder because sometimes it might be too strong. So depending on the quantity. Now in the same pan, add some oil, cumin seeds and 2 dry chilies, and add finely chopped onions. Food panela is what I use as paneer here in Mexico. And in another pan, I'm taking some more oil and I'm frying these bell pepper and onions here. You just need to fry them little with some salt till they change little color. And once the finely chopped onions in the other pan are cooked or they change color, add ginger garlic paste, fry it for some time, and then add turmeric, red chili powder, and finely chopped tomatoes. So this is the gravy that we are going to have for the kadai paneer. So now add the ground masala that we did, and then add these bell pepper and onions into it, and after some time add panela also into it. Panela would be cut into small pieces. Just make sure that the masala gets into the bell pepper and onions, and then at the end is when we are going to add panela. Mix it well, and as I mentioned before, the ground masala you just need to check because sometimes it's too strong. So if you don't want that strong masala, you can just add little, not much, and then at the end add a spoon of cream into it, and the kadai paneer is ready. So these are the 4 curries that I made, and I also made some rice, puri and gulab jamun, but since it would become too long, I'm just adding the rice here. I didn't add the puris and gulab jamun recipe here. So for the rice, I use this rice cooker, electric rice cooker that I bought here in Costco, and for that you just put it in a saute mode and add all the dry masalas. Whatever dry masalas you have, you can just add it into this rice cooker, the electric rice cooker. Once the oil is heated, add these dry masalas into the cooker. This might take little time because it's not like the regular cooker. So then add the cumin seeds, fry it for some time, and then add some thinly slit onions into it. And then add the soaked basmati rice. The basmati rice is from Costco. I have mentioned this before many times. So I soak the rice for like at least 20 minutes, and then you change the option to the white rice. For 3 cups rice, I took 5.5 cup of water. I also made some puri and gulab jamun as I mentioned, but since the video would become too long, I'm not adding the recipe. Let me know if you want to know the recipe for making puris and gulab jamun, and then I will make another video on that. I hope you like the recipes. I just made it really fast, so you won't get bored watching the whole video. Let me know if you have any questions on this, and I hope you guys like this recipe, and I hope you will try it at home. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye.